Please be beware of all marketing tactics by developers, because developers is always going to preach that their development is the best with the great growth potential.
Hey everyone, in this video we are going to be sharing the 3 golden rules that property investors must follow. And hi, I'm Ivan.
And I'm Shawn.
And we are the co-founders of
Quadrant.
So in our series of videos, we will be sharing property investment knowledge, strategies and tips. So hit the subscribe button and stay updated with our latest video.
And rule number 1 is to ensure that you buy right, because profit is actually made at purchase. Now, buying is actually the easy part of the whole equation, because if you don't buy right, you definitely have a nightmare in maintaining your property, and therefore to prevent that, you need to spend enough time doing research so that your journey will be easy. And just because someone has made money before in a particular property type doesn't mean that all of that will always make money. Remember that there will always be winners and losers, and what sets them apart is like the deep knowledge on that particular property type.
So the thing is this, the key is actually to buy in growth areas. Buying in growth areas, right, doesn't just mean buy in the area where there's going to be like new residential developments. We actually want places, right, with more infrastructure developments such as transportation and commercial activities, so that your property will increase its value due to such infrastructure developments.
And please be beware of all marketing tactics by developers, because developers is always going to preach that their development is the best with the great growth potential. Instead, go back to fundamentals and ask yourself things such as, is this project going to have multi-tenant profile? Is this property even going to be affordable to the locals?
And rule number 2 is always to know your numbers and never fall in love with the investment. You see, we must always understand the investment calculations. For example, like we need to know the ROI calculations, which is profit divided by the cash outlay, and hence use the ROI numbers as your main gauge. Shawn, what do you think?
I mean, if the numbers does not even make sense, it's actually better to not buy at all. Hence, it is important to not be emotionally attached. Point number 3 is to actually start with the end in mind. Always think of your next buyer. Think of the exit strategy. There is only one way to unlock the full value of your property without any liabilities, and it is to sell. As we move towards retirement, we will want to actually liquidate some of our properties to enjoy retirement itself. Therefore, we have to be certain that our property can ultimately sell.
One of the key mistakes that I see property investors make is to buy in a foreigner-centric area. The problem is, your only exit is to sell to another foreigner. This is because the locals are unable to afford such property. And when government policies change, for example, higher stamp duties on foreigners, this is where demand drops off a cliff and you lose your investment returns. By the way, if you are still watching this video, we give you a thumbs up. And remember to give us a thumbs up too. And for staying for so long, we are going to give you a bonus tip. Shawn.
And that bonus tip is to not invest with the best case scenario in mind. For example, if you need to depend on like Airbnb for investment to even make sense because of a higher rental, you are in it for a huge disappointment. Instead, invest with your worst case scenario in mind, and if you're okay with it, all other better case scenarios such as converting your property into an Airbnb ready apartment will then work out.
So once again guys, remember to give us a thumbs up and also subscribe to our channel so that we can give you a lot of investment property tips and also strategies and add on to your knowledge in property investment. So see you guys, bye!